Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. This is week 4 out of week 5 of staying healthy during the holidays. My name is Stephanie Beebe, and we're going to talk about what happens during week 4, as well as present 3 amazing stories of some beautiful women who have gone through some journeys by using our nutrition program, what they've experienced, what they've fallen in love with, and their results, as well as their non-isogenics stay healthy tip. Real quick, for those of you that are going to be joining us during the Stay Healthy during the holidays, just a little housekeeping if you don't mind. The way that this is going to work is we will all begin on December 1st. And we begin by beginning the program. Once you enroll in the program, it's going to ask you what day do you want to start. Type in December 1st. Beginning December 1st, Healthy Mind and Body, Growth U will then send you an email helping you to begin your program. You're going to spend anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes every day journaling that day. It asks you extremely specific questions, so you don't have to worry, what am I going to say, what am I going to talk about? It's designed without a question as to what's going to happen, what questions to ask you to take you to that point that we've been talking about, being able to have very healthy habits during the in an unconscious state. So December 1st, we'll all log in, do our own journal. December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and so on. December 6th, we're going to get together as a team on Zoom, just like right now. And we'll have different presenters. We might start it off with more from Healthy Mind and Body. That could be Molly Johnson or Ashley, Laura, Rod himself, or Kevin Neal from Isogenics will be helping us as well, or it could be one of us. And then every Tuesday during those 60 days, we will get together as a group and talk about that week. We'll have one specific presenter to talk about it, but we want to get together as a group because there's different things that happen during this program. It's all centered around your personal development and having you experience new thoughts and patterns and ideas. And it's good to go through it together and to really talk about it. You can do this completely on your own, and many people have, but you will have better results when we do it together. So that's really how this is going to run. You're going to do it from your home, from your own computer or phone or whatever device you have. It's extremely accessible every single day, even if you're on vacation, no problem. Again, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Try not to get behind. You're only hurting yourself if you get behind, because then you have to make up those days. And you have time to do that. But if you set a pattern, whether it's in the morning or at lunch or before you go to bed, I have found that I like to review those questions early in the morning, think about them throughout the day, and then come back and do the assignments at night, because some things are going to ask you maybe to do something, pay it forward, or give gratitude, or say a compliment someone, or do a meditation or focus. There's lots of different things that come up, but they'll ask you to do it throughout the day. So that kind of gives you that time. We'll talk about this more as we do it. But again, just to summarize, you'll do it on your own device every day. We'll come together as a team every Tuesday evening. And then, of course, we have our support group. If you're not a part of that and you want to be, just let me know. I just started it today. And then we'll come together as a team and really support each other and talk about details. All right, any other questions about Healthy Mind and Body? All right. Nope. Yes? No? Okay, fantastic. Welcome, 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 everybody. This is week 4. This is the time of the program where you have most likely fallen in love. You probably have had some great results. You know exactly what's happening. You know what products you have fallen in love with and why. I'm going to do a quick review of those products. But this is also the time where you're starting to really see those changes. Maybe your clothes are getting a little bit looser. Maybe you can't even wear those clothes anymore. Every situation is a little bit different, you know, and everyone's going to have different results. But maybe your energy is off the hook now, or you're really feeling a difference. Maybe you're sleeping better. Maybe you don't quite have the same kind of discomfort that you used to have. You're walking better, breathing better. There's so many different things that begin, and it should be very evident right now. If it's not, No worries. Our bodies have to go through a different type of healing process every time you put these products in your system. And for some people, it's going to take time for this to happen. So if your journey is different than somebody else's, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Talk to your coach, and we can go over these details. Sometimes just asking a couple little questions about other diet and exercise and nutrition can make all the difference as to how fast this works. But no matter what, everyone has their own journey, and it will happen. These foods work. They absolutely create a change in people. I love to see people kind of make a journal on what they experience, because when you get to a point and right around week 4 and week 5, and then after that, you may not notice those differences quite as much as you did in the beginning, but they're still happening. There's a lot that's going on and changing in your body. And even 4 years into this program, I still see changes and differences. And it's interesting, it's weird, but it's exciting all at the same time. I've never gotten bored or tired, and I just love the changes that occur. This is also the time, without you even trying, that people are going to start asking you questions. They're going to want to know, you're different. There's something different about you. It could be your skin is glowing. Maybe your hair, nails, and skin look better. Maybe you have released some weight. Maybe it's your happiness, your energy level, an extra pep in your step. All kinds of different things do occur right around now, and people do notice. Some will ask, some won't. But when those that do ask, you definitely want to let them know, because they're asking because they want the same thing. They're not asking to be nosy. They're asking because what's in it for me? We all have that stamped on our heads, right? It's like we want what everyone else has. And if they see your happiness and less stress and the joy that this can bring, they want that too. So please make sure that you tell them what you're doing. But there's kind of a few steps to help you out with this, especially if you are new. Number one, adding them to our product page. We all have a product page to add people to, and it is best if you welcome them. And there are so many people that are just looking for a community and support groups. They want love. Everyone wants to be loved. So when you welcome them into the group, we as a group get to say hi and recognize them. It's going to make them feel great, make them smile, make their heart feel very nice and warm, and they're going to feel welcomed. So just don't add them, but make sure you add them, but also welcome them. Invite them to something, whether you can invite them to a call with your upline or a call with someone who might have the same story as them or the story that they want to create. Invite them to talk to someone. If we're having any kind of launching party, or if you want to do one for them, that's a great event. They get to taste the products, learn more about it. That's really special. Of course, invite them to these calls and invite them to our Stay Healthy Facebook page. Once we're done with this, as of November 30th, our page will still be there. They can go back into it if they were invited and accepted it. So that's extremely important. But it will be as a past event. So if you want to include someone in, make sure you invite them now. Also, have them watch a video. And our favorite videos, there's several, but one is whyisogenics.com. If you haven't watched that yet, that's a great one, because it really kind of covers everything, all about our product, a little bit about our community, the company, a little taste of everything. But this is the time for you also to know exactly what you're interested in continuing with. So now if you are brand new to our program and you're on week 4, most likely your auto ship time period is coming up. If your sponsor talked to you about putting you on an auto ship, it's coming close. So you want to be able to get into your back office and look at what was put in there. A lot of times we go ahead and immediately enroll people back on a 30-day system, $269. And that, even today, 4 years later, I still do a 30-day system because I love everything that's in it, the flush, the accelerator, the snacks. And then, of course, our core products that we believe everyone should continue with are shakes, cleanse, ionics, and vitamins. So talk to the person who enrolled you, kind of talk about what's best for you. You're not obligated to anything whatsoever. If you want to continue with the 30-day, continue with the 30-day until you get to your results. Or again, even if you're already at the results you wanted, it is a great program. You can customize it if you want to change a few things about it. Or, and of course, you can always add to with all those extra great things that we have to add to it. If you are interested in sharing this with other people or receiving your products for free and getting free food every single month, or you just love to help people, you do need to have a minimum of 100 BV in your account on auto ship every single month. And that's as simple as 4 canisters a month. And you might want to do maybe 3 canisters and Ionics and shake, or I'm sorry, Ionics and cleanse. Whatever it is that you have absolutely fallen in love with, if you want to customize it, just look at that BV ratio. Make sure it's at least 100. Because when you do that, that gives you the opportunity to be able to kind of set up a savings account with Isagenix. And then as you bring in those friends that are asking you questions or you're telling them information about this, they get excited. The company's then going to send you referral bonuses. But they can only do that if you're considered active with the company. So real important, even if you're not planning on talking to anyone, it happens very organically. Set yourself up for success because we are growing leaps and bounds. So many people want to be a part of this, and they are noticing what's going on with you. If you want to take this further, and if you really want to share this with so many more people and really gain from this, talk to the person who invited you here or one of the upline leaders, and we can really put you on a game plan as to how to do that. There's so many ways to get your business off to start, whether it's a hobby or a business or passion. There are lots of tools to help you to do that, so it's really super easy. Now, the core products, again, are the shakes. The shakes are something we feel everyone needs. By now, you probably have fallen in love with the taste and how easy it is, how convenient, how satiated you feel, and they're so easy to take with you. So always want to have one for breakfast. And if you're on a maintenance program, you want to continue to lose weight, or you're concerned about the weight loss portion of it, you do need to always have 2 a day. That's extremely important. 1 shake a day will keep you at maintenance and exactly where you're at. The cleanse, like we talked last week about all kinds of different ways to use the cleanse. I got to tell you, having extra cleanse on hand is so important, especially during the holidays, because you're going to be eating more. You're going to be eating different types of foods. If you go to any holiday parties, take 2 scoops before you go to bed. Cleanse out all those things that you're not quite used to. Ionics, this is a very stressful time of the year. It's busy. So really important to have Ionics. And for a lot of us, we do more than just 1 dose a day. And that helps keep our head balanced, helps keep us in the game, and keeps us energized. Or if you're busy, and you're not allowing yourself to let the brain kind of slow down late at night, take it before you go to bed. The vitamins, if you're doing the vitamins, don't stop. If you haven't added the vitamins yet, please talk to us about those vitamins. They are amazing. Let's see, what else? That's pretty much it. Continuing to do this on a regular basis is going to help you just continue to transform your body, get you exactly where you want to be. And if not, talk to us. With that, we are going to be bringing on some incredible stories. So I'm going to start with Heather Nunes. Heather has been with us now for, I think it's about a year, and she has an incredible story she's going to be sharing with us. Heather, you are muted, just so you know. There you go. Fantastic. Hi, Heather.
Hi. Welcome, everybody, tonight. I've actually almost been with Isagenix for 2 years, coming up this January, and I absolutely love the products and will not stop them at this point. Before I started Isagenix, I was overweight and frustrated, and I wasn't happy with how I felt. I worked out on a regular basis, and I tried to eat the right foods, but I always felt like I was depriving myself. I felt like if I went to dinner one time, it was going to sabotage all my efforts, and I would gain 5 pounds like overnight. So for like 7 years, after I had had my second child, I had tried to lose the weight to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, and I just couldn't do it. So when I found out about Isagenix, the cleansing was definitely the part that scared me the most. And I didn't think I was going to be able to make it through a cleanse. It was the best and easiest thing I did once I got past that. once I was on the program for 3 months, I lost 22 pounds. And I was actually at a lower weight than I was pre-pregnancy weight. So I was very excited about that. I can remember my husband saying to me that since we'd been together, which at that time had been 10 years, he said, "You've been on a diet like since we started dating." So he's like, "Your whole life you've been on a diet." So the biggest thing for me with Isagenix was that I was no longer on a diet. I was able to lose the weight, maintain the weight, just by staying on the 2 shakes a day and cleansing twice a month. So I definitely do consider myself an ISA girl for life now. One of my favorite products with Isagenix is the Amped Power. I do a lot of running, and I use that as my pre-workout drink. So what it does for your body is it helps you improve your blood flow, which allows more oxygen to get to the muscles. That helps you work out longer and harder. So I drink my Amped Power about 30 minutes before I do my workouts. And you just feel kind of a surge of energy when you're working out, and it definitely helps you power through harder workouts or my longer runs when I do those. I do have one non-ISA tip, and that is to have a tracker. So I am addicted to my Fitbit, and I definitely try to get my 10,000 steps in per day. I have an office job, so I sit all day long. And when I first got my tracker, which has probably been about 4 years now, I never realized how inactive I actually was until I wore that and came home and only had like 4,000 or 5,000 steps. So it was a definite effort to hit that 10,000 steps a day. But I think it's a very good tip to keep that tracker, and you can do challenges with friends. So if any of you are Fitbit users, you can definitely contact me. I like to do weekly challenges and stuff like that. Or even just getting on a treadmill or going for a 30-minute walk every day, I think is a very good tip just to try and stay healthy.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Heather. And I may have to join you. I don't have my Fitbit yet, but I've been asking.
My husband calls that a cult. So Isagenix is a cult, and my Fitbit is a cult. So they're good cults.
I believe that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. That was very inspiring. We appreciate that very much. Next, I'd like to bring on Stacia Mcclure. And Stacia has a different take on everything that she's going to be sharing with us tonight. She's been with us for a long time, but just recently added the Healthy Mind and Body program that we were talking about, and it's kind of changed everything.
So I'm not sure how to flip this over so you can see me.
You're good.
Oh, you can see me? Okay, awesome. So yes, I've been doing Isagenix, I think, on and off for, I don't know, probably about 5 years. So I noticed a difference when I wasn't using the products, huge difference. So now that I'm back on it, I feel a lot better. I got with the Healthy Mind and Body, I think I'm on day 38 right now. So I talked to Stephanie and told her, hey, I'm feeling really depressed and down, and I need something to kind of help motivate me. And so she suggested this, and it's been great. So it's challenging to get everything in every day. You do have to do a lot of thinking. It really does challenge you to think about what you really want to focus on. But what I've learned from it is that I was focusing on all the wrong things instead of focusing on my visions of what I want for the future. So it's teaching me that. And then being okay to forgive yourself if you know, like I've tried to cleanse a few times and sometimes I don't always do well on it, but I'm okay with it because I can pick back up and do it again tomorrow. So those are some things that I've learned in regards to that. I think just being aware really of where I am at, and if something bothers me, to get right back into focus on what I want. So those have been some really good things. This is an amazing program, and I'm excited to finish it up and then do it again and see what else I'm going to learn. I think the funnest part is when you start uploading the images of what you want, and as you're typing and going in on every day, all these images flow through you. So it's showing, you know, like I put eating healthy. I also have this lady's amazing body that I want. I put on a car that I want to drive, a house, vacations, and it really is helpful because it's consistently going through your mind as you're seeing these visions, which is what it's teaching you. It's definitely challenging to stay on it, like I said. So there's days where I don't want to do it because sometimes you scroll down, there's a lot of questions and you think, oh my gosh, I have to sit back and think again about, okay, where's my mindset at today? But it reminds you every day to stay in that mindset. I work a very crazy busy job that can be very negative, and trying to stay in sync with that has definitely been helpful. My mom said she's noticed a difference. I've noticed a difference. It's been great. As far as my product, it's really hard to pick one, Stephanie. I have to say that because there's a few that I really like. So I'm going to say probably the shakes. I really feel a difference when I have one every morning. I make sure that I blend it at, my office, and people laugh at me. What are you doing? You have a shake, but it's great because it really helps me. Along with the Amped, I know that one of the girls had mentioned that. I love that. It made a huge difference in me just being able to work out and actually get up a mountain when I didn't think I could. As far as a non-ISA tip, I would say food prep is huge. That is actually exactly what I try to do every week. Bring my lunch, make sure that I literally put my shakes in a bag. I have my snacks on hand. Those wafers I love, so I always have those with me. Hummus and carrots, something like that, just to make sure that I have food throughout the day to stay on track. So overall, it's been a really good program. You guys are going to be great to do it. I wish I was starting with everybody, but I'll join in on the calls anyways, just to see where everybody's at and learning more. So like I said, day 38, 39, I'll be excited to see where you guys are at and how you feel.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Stacia.
You're welcome.
I love it because Stacia will text me quite a bit throughout the week. It's like, I love this program. Thank you so much. And it's so uplifting to receive her messages. And one fun thing, Stacia, with this program, there's more levels to go to as you continue on with it. And all of those posters or visions that you put out there will stay with you throughout every one of the different levels and program. Awesome. So you're going to see that forever, and it's going to be amazing for you to watch them continue to pop up. I love it. Thank you very much. All right, next, but definitely not least, is Susie Field. And Susie's been with us for a couple years as well. Susie's going to be explaining to us kind of how she got started and then what happened and how she will never go off this program ever again. So Susie, when you are ready.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, everybody. I'm a single mom of two, just a little bit of background for myself. But like Stephanie said, I joined Isagenix last year in October, and I noticed a change right away within my first 7 to 10 days. But so did everybody else. The way I started was 2 shake days, 2 cleanse days, and I continued with the shake days. But I noticed to be leaner right away. Everybody did. People at work, my mom, my dad, friends, people on Facebook. I noticed it because my clothes fit better. My ex noticed it, which that was a plus. That's a bonus. If any of you are going through a separation or divorce, it always feels good that your ex can notice those things. I was working a lot. I was working a lot of overtime. I had very little time to meal prep, take lunch or anything like that. So the shakes were so convenient. I was another one like Stacia where I took my NutriBullet and I took my canisters of shakes all the time. I had a big bag. It looked like a diaper bag. I would take it to work, and everybody, it's actually, you don't have to say anything, but you're already advertising for yourself. And then you always get customers that way. Or they'll ask, what are you drinking? They start looking at the canister, the vitamins and everything. And then it starts a conversation. Another thing I noticed is that I was being very energized. So when I would come home, after getting the kids from daycare and everything, I was able to accomplish a lot more at home. I got more of my chores done, which I was surprised. I felt like I was in a roll. Where before I would come home and sometimes just try to recharge my batteries. I would take a nap and wake up again and continue to do my responsibilities. That was like a great thing. And let's see what else. It was a win-win situation because I knew that I was getting all of my essential vitamins inside my body, and I didn't have the meal prep time like I mentioned. Also, let's see. I feel like my body was liking how I was treating it, but it was the things that I was fueling it with. And actually, I had to get off of the products for a period of time, and then that was only because I lost my job. Well, I had a temp position, so I was out of work for a while. So unfortunately, my financial situation changed drastically, and it's been very difficult for me to consume the products on a regular basis, but my body felt the difference right away. It's so weird that you just go back in time and you think, what was I doing? Why do I feel the way that I do? And why do I want to go back in time to those times? And it's because I was taking Isogenics products. You do feel different, like even emotionally and physically. You don't feel the same stamina, and you don't feel, I feel like maybe I was a little bit more optimistic when I was on the product. And I find myself craving the product. Hopefully that, I know that's going to change in the next couple weeks. I will restock myself. But I really noticed the difference. And also, prior to Isogenics, I just want to say that the quality of the products with Isogenics is way above average. I tasted other company shakes, and it's not the same quality. So I'm also an Isogenics forever girl. And my little motto is, once you taste great, you can't go back to mediocre. There's other ones out there in the world that you can, that it's similar to. But I feel like Isogenics is the greatest I've ever had as far as nutrition products that are out there. So I cannot just settle for mediocre anymore. Everything, I love the shakes, the protein bars, the coffee, the supplements, everything. It's so different, like I mentioned, from other nutrition companies out there. And that saying also, you don't know what you have until it's gone, doesn't just apply to relationships, it's also Isogenics. If you've had it and you've been on it, and then for some reason or another you stop taking it, or you get off track, and your body keeps you on check, because you can tell a big difference, and then you miss it. I did get a wake-up call a couple weeks ago. I had checked my body fat, and because I haven't been on the products, I know that has been a big reason, but I am really high up there in the percentage. And it was an eye-opener for me. I'm now like worried a little bit more about my health. I know what I have to do to get back on track. And we are truly what we eat. Our cells do actually literally become what we eat. And that's why when you eat right and you take your vitamins and your supplements, and you do your cleanses regularly, you do look healthy and more rejuvenated. And the reason is because you are rejuvenating on the inside, but it reflects on the outside. And just like we are who we hang out with, we are what we eat. So in essence, we are what our environment is around us, whether whatever we consume or whoever we associate ourselves with. So it applies in everything in life. One recommendation that I would make, one of the products that I would completely recommend 100%, especially now going into these holiday months that everybody is going to do a lot of planning and shopping. I would really recommend Ionics at the beginning of your day, and maybe at the end of your day as well. Ionics has adaptogens, and adaptogens, they come from plants, and scientists had been studying that for soldiers, athletes, and astronauts. So they found out that these adaptogens have a way to make these plants adapt to their stressful environments. And now Isogenics was able to put it in a little bottle for us. So basically, when we drink Ionics, we're drinking little particles of these plants, which help balance our nervous system and our stress levels.